Tonight on the program, as Bangkok prepares for the local elections, we look at Chadchart's claimed successes and what remains unaddressed. Then a roundtable during which expats in Bangkok share their views of the city's future. And the Dutch ambassador to Thailand reveals the reason behind the sale of the embassy grounds. สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. It has been 4 years since Bangkok Governor Chadchart took office. Since then, what has been improved in Bangkok? As the local elections are around the corner, we take a look back at his policies and how many of them have been delivered. During his 4-year term as the Bangkok governor, Chadchart introduced a total of 244 policies under 9 pillars, with his aim to make Bangkok a livable city for everyone. The 9 pillars cover travel, public safety, transparency, environment, public health, education, local economy, society, and effective management. Some of his major achievements, which have been claimed as successes, include Traffic Fondue, an online platform where citizens can report issues from pedestrian crossings and traffic violations to city flooding and anything else that bothers citizens. The platform was part of Chadchart's plan to increase digital governance and reduce the time between submitting complaints to getting problems fixed. Another policy was improving and increasing green spaces across the capital. One of his initiatives included the opening of 15-minute parks that are reachable within a walking distance, as well as his Million Tree project, under which they have planted over 2 million trees with cooperation from both the public and private sectors. Chadchart also launched his 12 months, 12 festivals campaign to support creative industries and has encouraged street shows and outdoor movie screenings in public spaces. Chadchart's team also claimed improvements to Bangkok's infrastructure, particularly sidewalks and flood drainage systems. They said they have successfully improved over 1,100 kilometers of sidewalks, making them safer and easier to use. At the same time, over 1,117 kilometers of sewers have been cleaned to improve flood drainage in the city. Another success they have claimed is resolving the BTS Green Line operation debt. Chadchart managed to settle this long-standing multi-billion baht problem by utilizing Bangkok's accumulated reserves to pay off the debt without affecting City Hall's financial stability. And these are just some of their achievements, but there are still several other issues that are yet to be fixed. Over the past 4 years, Chadchart's team has come up with thousands of projects under the 9 pillars. Most of the projects relate to safe travel, the environment, and improving society as a whole. And these 3 pillars are also allocated the largest budgets. At the same time, past polls have reviewed Chadchart's performance in several areas. Issues in which respondents think he did well include increasing public spaces, improving footpaths and pedestrian crossings, waste management, streetscape improvements in small alleys, and improving safety as a whole. However, there are some issues that need more attention according to these respondents, which include finding shelters for homeless people, traffic congestion, education, tackling corruption within agencies under the BMA, as well as addressing the cost of living for citizens living in Bangkok. So these respondents think that these are the issues that are yet to be fixed. Regardless of his performance, opinion polls have shown that Chadchart remains the most popular choice in the upcoming local elections. And these are the recent rankings based on NIDA Poll's latest survey released last week. Chadchart would be their top choice, gaining 67% from poll respondents in 50 districts across Bangkok, but 10% of the respondents have not decided for whom they will vote for. And other candidates towards the top of the the list are People's Party candidate Chayawath Sathawongwitjit. There's also Malika Bunmitragun Mahasuk and Democrat Party candidate Anucha Burapachaisi, who is ranked 5th with about 3% of the votes. Currently, Bangkok's population is roughly 10 million people. This includes not only residents of the capital, but also people coming from other provinces and countries to work and live in the city. Expats may not be able to vote in the elections, but having lived in Bangkok for many years, these expats have shared their opinions on how the city could be more livable.
Foreign residents in Thailand. Even permanent residents cannot vote in the election, but they live and often work in Bangkok every day, dealing with traffic, obstructed or uneven pavements, trains, and city flooding, just like the locals. 7 expats joined a roundtable discussion recently ahead of the Bangkok gubernatorial and council elections on June 28th. They came from different countries. Some have lived in Bangkok for just a few years, others have spent decades here. So, from the viewpoint of expats, has Bangkok improved under the Governor Chadchart?
Much better buses. I go all the way from Chadchart to Chinatown for only 15 baht in a nice air-conditioned bus.
Yeah.
It took 10 years as the user-friendliness of the city, the accessibility of the city has increased massive, there's no doubt. When I first came 36 years ago, it took me 5 hours to get to Tonglaw from Siam Square. Seriously. My daughter was in kindergarten in Tonglaw, and I was in my car for 5, nearly 6 hours just taking her back to Siam Square. And it was like, the problem is you tend to get used to that. And has it changed? Massively, of course it has. It's a lot easier to get around. Is the infrastructure better? Yes. So within the last decade, is it a better city to live in? Is it a more user-friendly city to live in? Yes. So is it getting better? Yes. Is it too slow? Perhaps. But the point is it's getting better, all right? It is.
English is
so it's not all negative, all right?
English is more widely spoken. The generation that's serving us now, that serving us when we go to the shops and what have you.
Yeah.
English is far more widely spoken.
Yes. English far more widely.
There are more convenience stores than ever before.
For long-time residents, the change is not only about one project or one policy. It is about transforming daily life. Can people move around more easily? Can they reach more parts of the city? Are public buses better? Are the train lines helping? Some still say the change is slow, but many also say Bangkok today is easier to live in than before.
I just noticed the cost of living.
It's gone down.
I think it's gone up. It's gone up.
Oh, wow. That's worldwide.
I'm just kidding.
It's not as high than my area. It was better.
Because she wanted some smiles.
Cost of living is going down.
Go up.
Right.
Go up.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I really appreciate the clearance of cable hanging actually in the Phetchaburi intersections to Sukhumvit intersection, the Asok Montri Road, the MVA, they kind of like clear the hanging cables, which, well, finally they could do it. And why just stop there? Right? I mean, like, whenever I go to other Bangkok or to other districts here, I always see the kind of cables hanging in the sky, which,
Part of the character of Bangkok.
that you did very fast.
Yes.
and I just see the clearance in Asok. Yeah, and that's in Asok. So, well, the government could do better. We just need to press the government for the expansion of the program, and maybe they could report in the periodical term that they are declared here in which district, and that's it. That's very nice. Not to see the cables underground.
Before I knew the background to Wireless Road, I used to joke wireless road, but look at the wires hanging, and later realized that wireless is a translation for radio.
Yes.
Chadchart stands out to these expats because he is visible, especially during public emergencies, from fires to sinkholes. Meanwhile, they also pointed to problems that they believe Bangkok still has to fix.
Well, infrastructure is always going to be infrastructure. All governors make an effort to improve quality of life in the city. They do. But the complications of them implementing that is so immense that it ends up being lost in translation somewhere. So, yeah, it's great having policies, standing up for these policies, trying to implement laws and regulations to make the country a better place to live. But where's the continuity? Without continuity, you have nothing. If there's no implementation following on from that, then you've got nothing. It's just breathing, just talking, right? So yes, everybody has good intentions. Make Bangkok a better place to live. How many changes have been made in 4 years? I'm not quite sure that there are that many.
First, he needs to focus on disaster education. They have a national signaling system whenever there's an earthquake. But one thing we just experienced it recently, but no one has mainstream what disaster education is, and it goes down with a lot of things because we have a lot of communities near the river. So it's also about the flood management education. Where is the evacuation center if there is a problem? Second is that we need to have to transition to the Bangkok as a smart city. This is still a problem of Bangkok. Bangkok is a global city. A lot of foreigners, still the most visited city in the world. But if you will not transition to be a smart city, then the foreigners will move to other places. So it will affect your tourism. And finally, of course, my message really is to really help transition the vendors, the locals to a more digital literate society, so that we might not experience problems with scams, with a lot of identity theft.
One area I would suggest is garbage disposal. If you're walking on the streets, you hardly see a bin to throw your bus ticket or whatever. And so I think prior to, 9/11, around 9/11, everyone got scared and they got rid of the bins in the city.
Okay.
So there must be little places for people to throw the bus tickets, those who smoke cigarette butts,
So, Bangkok in their eyes has moved forward, but it is not finished. For people who live here, the real test is not whether the city looks better for a moment. It is whether Bangkok becomes easier, safer, and fairer to live in for everyone every day. Kittipat Ching Sukjit and Mintra Adair, Thai PBS World.
And the full version of this roundtable will be available on Thai PBS World's YouTube channel. With the local elections around the corner, an international election watchdog has released its reports on the past general elections in Thailand. While the February general election saw high voter turnout, several issues are left unaddressed, including rampant vote buying and taking serious action against it. Vote buying allegations, storage of ballots, and the use of barcodes all alarmed voters and civil society networks during Thailand's general election back in February. The Asian Network for Free Elections, or ANFREL, has released emission reports after 24 international observers were sent to 31 provinces to observe the electoral process from campaigning to voting. It was found that the general election saw high voter turnout of 71.4%, the strongest electoral mandate since 2014. Despite that, ANFREL listed systemic issues that remain unaddressed. These include challenges in advance voting, vote buying, uneven accessibility at polling stations, and even voter education, to a lot of which the Election Commission has failed to respond effectively.
And that stagnation has fueled distrust from a lot of Thai voters, as well as a sentiment of frustration, because they have an expectation that the Election Commission can and should do better. This has not been demonstrated in recent years. And also, on top of this frustration, there were significant post-election controversies. And even in some cases, the Election Commission reacted by filing legal charges against 10 people who dared criticize or ask questions of the Election Commission. So this has really fueled an environment of distrust, where the election management might be considered okay in many aspects, but the people did not think it was. So the trust between the people and the Election Commission was breached.
A former election commissioner revealed another side. While the commission allowed voters to submit complaints such as instances of vote buying, he felt that it had not done enough to respond or take serious action, eroding trust among voters. He suggests that the commission should review its own regulations to ensure transparency and allow real public participation.
ซึ่งประชาชนเองเนี่ยเขาก็พยายามจะมีส่วนร่วมในการที่จะทำให้การเลือกตั้งเป็นไปโดยสุจริตยกตัวอย่างเช่นการไปเฝ้าสังเกตตามหน่วยเลือกตั้งต่างๆก็ไม่ได้รับความสะดวกเท่าที่ควรการสังเกตการนับคะแนนคือแทนที่กกต.จะเห็นว่าประชาชนเนี่ยมาสังเกตการแล้วเนี่ยจะเป็นการช่วยทำให้การเลือกตั้งนั้นโปร่งใสเป็นที่ยอมรับกกต.ก็มองว่าเป็นปัญหานะครับก็มีการห้ามประชาชนมีการข่มขู่ประชาชนที่เข้าไปสังเกตการณ์หรือแม้กระทั่งมีการแจ้งความดำเนินคดีต่อประชาชนที่เข้าไปมีส่วนร่วมในการที่ทำให้การเลือกตั้งนั้นสุจริต
Despite the underlying problems, what has made a difference is youth participation. They came together to scrutinize the elections, demand accountability from the Election Commission, while also provoking positive change.
ส่งผลดีอย่างยิ่งเลยเนาะการมีส่วนร่วมของประชาชนมันสะท้อนให้เห็นถึงความเป็น active citizen คือผมคิดว่าเยาวชนเนี่ยจะแก้ไขอะไรเนี่ยเขาอาจจะต้องมาดูว่านโยบายของผู้สมัครแต่ละคนเนี่ยตอบสนองเขายังไงนะครับและทำให้ชีวิตและก็เศรษฐกิจหรือสังคมของประเทศไทยเนี่ยมันดีขึ้นยังไง
Another challenge that emerged is misinformation and disinformation campaigns against political parties and politicians. The rapid increase of such makes it difficult for fact-check organizations to dissect and debunk information in a timely manner.
เพราะฉะนั้นหลายครั้งเราต้องใช้เวลาทำให้ข่าวปลอมที่มันมีการเผยแพร่แล้วเนี่ยใช้เวลานานกว่าที่การตรวจสอบข้อเท็จจริงนั้นจะออกมาได้เพราะฉะนั้นมันก็เหมือนกับไม่ทันเวลากว่าที่เราจะได้หลักฐานยืนยันว่าข้อมูลนี้เป็นเท็จแน่นอนหรือว่าที่มาที่ไปมันเป็นยังไงเนี่ยข่าวปลอมนั้นมันก็ไปไกลมากแล้วนะคะความท้าทายอีกอันหนึ่งก็คือว่าแม้ว่าเราจะตรวจสอบไปแล้วว่ามันเป็นเท็จเนี่ยแต่วันดีคืนดีมันก็จะกลับคืนมาอีกหรือแม้แต่กระทั่งการเลือกตั้งปี 66ข่าวปลอมนี้เคยถูกเผยแพร่แล้วพอปีการเลือกตั้งปี 69มันก็กลับมาอีกแม้ว่าเจ้าตัวคนที่ตกเป็นเป้าของข่าวปลอมนั้นหรือแม้แต่องค์กรแฟกต์เช็คหรือว่าสื่อมวลชนเองเนี่ยจะได้ตรวจสอบไปแล้วว่ามันเป็นเท็จมันก็สามารถกลับมาอีกได้เรื่อยๆอะค่ะ
The big question now is over the ability of Thai institutions to ensure public trust. Ultimately, ANFREL suggests that Thailand should revise existing regulations to increase transparency, as well as responsiveness, civic participation, and inclusivity of all citizens, all of which can increase electoral integrity and democracy as a whole. Nad Bunag, Thai PBS World. And these are the issues that ANFREL has raised concerns in its recent report. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. 2 defendants involved in the bombing at the Erawan Shrine in Bangkok in 2015 were sentenced to death on Thursday for premeditated murder. The bomb killed 20 people and injured 126 when it exploded at the Erawan Shrine in the heart of Bangkok's shopping district. Jasmine International PLC has successfully secured the exclusive live broadcast rights in Thailand for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup, ending months of speculation regarding whether local football fans would face a television blackout. The tournament began with the opening ceremony in Mexico on Thursday and will last until July 19th and will be played across 3 co-host nations, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Thailand's Consumers Council filed civil lawsuits against global platforms, among them Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Line, and Apple, as well as financial institutions over their alleged negligence in enabling online scammers to cheat victims through fraudulent investments. They said the platform operators and financial institutions should be held accountable due to their lack of oversight, which has allowed the scammers to exploit their platforms to cheat their victims. Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul witnessed the business sectors of both countries signing MOUs on developing smart industrial estates and the use of AI during his visit to Vietnam this week. Both nations also aim to boost their trade to over $25 billion, enhancing their economic partnership, according to the Thai government. Anutin's visit to Vietnam came after Vietnam's leader To Lam visited Thailand 2 weeks ago. Both have agreed to strengthen trade and political ties between their two countries. And now let's turn to the story. Back in March, the Embassy of the Netherlands in Bangkok announced that they will sell its embassy grounds on Wireless Road, which includes its century-old residence, rich in history and cultural importance. We sat down with the ambassador of the Netherlands as he revealed his personal memories of the residence as the last ambassador to stay there and answers the big question, who has purchased the residence? My personal impression of this residence is so beautiful, unique, and cozy as well. So it's really shocking to hear that the Netherlands is actually selling this residence already. So what's the reason behind it?
Yes, well, it's a good question. It's a question that I hear a lot and that people ask often to me. First, let me say that this is indeed one of the most beautiful residences I've seen in Bangkok, and it's most definitely one of the most beautiful residences the Netherlands has for ambassadors worldwide. So it's stunning. And it's been a wonderful residence to do my diplomatic work also here in Bangkok, because everybody loves to come here. We facilitated many events here, workshops, receptions, dinners, everything you can imagine to do your diplomatic work. So we had an amazing time here. The Netherlands government has decided to sell this embassy in the framework of the investments that the Netherlands Ministry of Foreign Affairs needs to do worldwide, with respect to the embassies worldwide and other residences, mostly focusing on the security of our staff in other parts of the world, but also simply in that we have to renovate some embassies, invest in the sustainability of some embassies. So it's a matter of a financial matter geared towards the improvement of our diplomatic network worldwide.
And there have been a lot of rumors here and there as to who actually bought this residence after the Netherlands, right? So can you give us some sort of hint as to who actually bought this residence and what they're going to do with it?
I cannot. I heard the rumors as well, but we are still have the ambition to sell the embassy and the compound. And in the case, in the framework of commercial confidentiality, I cannot disclose anything about the potential buyer.
Well, how many people have been asking you as to who bought this residence already since the news broke out?
Since we announced that we had the intention to sell, we made it public in March, but there was already some rumors before that. And since March, I think my staff receive those questions almost on a daily basis. And to be frank, I also receive those questions almost on a daily basis. So I don't count them anymore, but I do really understand the interest because, as I said earlier, this is a stunning place and everybody knows it, so that there is a lot of interest. I'm fully aware of it. It's a beautiful green environment.
Then what is your personal connection with this residence then?
The personal, because I have a connection with the resident before becoming ambassador here, because I visited the embassy in a previous position when we were working on the consular affairs section here in the embassy. So I came here as a younger diplomat, and already back then I was very much impressed by the house, and never expected, to be honest, that I would become ambassador here. So, but I knew the place and I knew how impressive it was. And as I said earlier, I've been working here for 5 years. And this house has two aspects for me. On the one hand, it has it's a work tool, basically. A residence of an ambassador is where you invite people, where you meet people, where you have discussions about policies, about the connection between the two countries, how you can improve it. So it's a workplace. And as I said earlier, this place is an amazing house to facilitate the contacts between the Thai and the Dutch government. And I think there's many rooms in this residence, but one of the best places to do so is the dining room. We have an amazing dining room a little bit further on.
Okay, so on that side,
yes,
right?
that side. And I think the dining room is not only looks stunning, but it has a strong history of interesting dinners and interesting conversations. And sometimes I meet old Dutch diplomats that were posted here, and it would always have a good story about a dinner or a lunch in the dining room. So I think the dining room is the most special workplace in this house. But we had wonderful concerts here in this room where you are sitting. So it has a lot of work-related memories. And on the other hand, it's also the place where I live with my family. Our kids are very young, so they came here when they were 2 and 4 years old, and now they are 5 years older. So those are formative years for children. So the house is also very important for us as a place where my kids have spent their first 5 important years of their youth. The thing that I like to do a lot in this compound, especially in the weekend, is to walk around the garden with the kids and with the dogs. So it's a bit of a family tradition, and in the weekend, first thing we do before breakfast is that we walk around. The morning walk. And as you probably know, the garden is full of monitor lizards, full of turtles, full of birds. And
a lot of wildlife.
A lot of wildlife, including some pythons. So we rarely see them, but we've seen them. We saw them a few weeks ago, actually. And normally we see one, but a few weeks ago we saw 2 pythons in the klong, in the water. And so it's a beautiful place to walk around. And my dogs and the monitor lizards have a interesting connection. They chase each other, but nothing ever happens. Everything. So I think it's one of the things I will miss mostly about this is the weekend walks.
Right, and you will actually be the last Dutch ambassador who will be using the residence as well, right?
Correct.
So one last question, what's next for you once you leave Thailand for good?
Well, once we leave Thailand for good, I will have a short holiday in Europe, in the Netherlands, of course. We will visit our friends and family in the Netherlands. And after that, we will be flying to Vietnam. So very close.
Oh, okay.
Very close to Thailand, which was a very positive surprise to us because we wanted to stay in this fascinating region. I've been working with ASEAN and Indo-Pacific now for many years, and I really enjoy working in this region and living in this region. So we're very happy to stay close, and also very happy that Thailand is just 1.5 hours away by flight. So we hope to visit our friends here and our favorite spots in Thailand in the future. So you hopefully will see a little bit more from us also in the future. Probably not in suit, but in a more casual wear as a visitor.
As to who has bought the residence will remain a secret for the time being. And that's all for this edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10 p.m. only on Thai PBS. You can also follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ